me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta fill it up.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Juggernaut Show. And as you can tell from the title of the video, today I'm here to review WWE Saturday Night's main event. This was the May 24th, 2025 edition of Saturday Night's main event. Now, I gotta say here, you know, a big negative to take away from the show, and I think I even said it in the last review, was the commercial breaks. Like that was like really one big thing to take away from the show that was negative. And also some of the match timings. I mean, I kind of understand, you know, like in the span of 2 hours, you have to cut down some things. But when you're making a match in like 4 minutes, it's just hard to get into. And, you know, an easy solution for, you know, to do is to do like picture in picture for some of these matches. I mean, you see him doing it for SmackDown and stuff. You see him do, I mean, they don't do much for Raw, but you see him do it for SmackDown quite a bit, picture in picture. I don't know. It's just like the match, you see the matches starting to get going, starting to ramp up, and then bam, they go to a commercial break. And then it kind of just takes it out of me. And also, to be honest, there wasn't like a lot of big things at the beginning of the show. There wasn't a lot of big things that started off the show, so it's kind of boring till we got like the Cena and R-Truth. But I'm here to recap the show, so let's quit wasting time and let's get started with this review. So the first match that kicked off Saturday night's main event, we had a tag team match. We had Sami Zayn and CM Punk going up against a new, I call them the Dangerous Alliance 2.0 of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Yeah, I thought this was a okay match. I mean, this was like once again, you know, the match is starting to, you know, ramp up, and then bam, they go to a commercial break. Like I say, you know, they could have done some picture in picture, you know, I mean, picture in picture isn't always the greatest, but at least you see what's going on inside the ring. Like you see, you're not missing the in-ring action, which is a good thing. What's up, man? He says, hope all is going well today for you. Hey, I appreciate it. Hopefully everything's going well for you as well. And also, if you guys are joining the live right now, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that like button to help out my videos in the algorithm. And also, go turn on that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. Yeah, but I thought this match was okay. There wasn't like anything like too like groundbreaking like during the match. But towards the end of the match, we had Paul Heyman. He was like grabbing the leg of Sami Zayn, you know, and then also the referee was distracted. And we had the new member of Seth Rollins' faction come out, and it was none other than Big Bronson Reed. He came out. He put CM Punk through the barricade. And, you know, at first it kind of looked like Braun Breaker. He wanted to, you know, he was about ready to rip Bronson Reed to shreds. So that's kind of interesting that they're adding Bronson Reed into this whole faction. Yes, exactly, Alex. If you're watching this and haven't subscribed or liked this video, you're going to get a spear by Braun Breaker. Yes, exactly. You don't want a spear by Braun Breaker. You definitely don't want that. Yeah, so Braun Breaker, you know, he was kind of confused in the whole situation. Like, why is he here? And also, I want them to make this make sense for adding Bronson Reed into this whole group, because many months ago, we had Bronson Reed trying to freaking annihilate Seth Rollins. Like he was trying to kill him in the ring, like with a whole bunch of tsunamis. So I wonder if this was like a Paul Heyman move or not. So I hope they make this make sense. But this faction, they look unbeatable right now. Um, yeah, I mean it's cool. I mean, like I said, the match was okay, nothing crazy, but I was kind of surprised that they added Bronson Reed into the group. Alex says, "Who do you think CM Punk and Roman Reigns are going to convince to join them? They need size to match up with Bronson Reed." Oh, right now, put me on the spot right here. I don't know, to be honest. Right now, um, shoot, maybe get a big person from NXT, or I don't know, like a lot of big guys that are baby faces. I might have to think about that for a little bit, but that's a good question. But like I said, Bronson Reed, he's in the group. It's a cool thing. So we'll move on to the next thing. So we had the Women's United States Championship on the line. We had Zelina Vega going up against Chelsea Green. I pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green. Alex said he wishes Brock would be, join CM Punk and Roman Reigns. And I don't know what the whole situation with Brock Lesnar is right now. I think he's open to like coming back, but that'd be an interesting person to bring in. But yeah, this match right here, for the United States title, Women's United States Championship, I wish this match would have got more timing, and also the whole botch that they had in the match, like when Zelina Vega was trying to go for the 619. And I think this is like where she kind of got her face. Chelsea Green, her face got busted up, as you can see right here. Let me put this big screen for you. Yeah, her face got busted up right there. Oh man, I gotta tell you, these women, like her and Lyra Valkyria, they be taking some real bumps, and they continue the match. So this was, these girls have a lot of fight in them. But I mean, this match was okay. I mean, like I said, I wish it would have got more timing. Because these girls could really go in the ring really well together. But I like the code red from the top rope. I think that was nice. Zelina Vega, she hit that from the top rope and ended up retaining her Women's United States title. So, all right, match. I just wish it was longer. All right, and then the next match we had was the greatest of all time, the 17-time, never seen before champion John Cena going up against Ron Cena? Question mark. Like, it was funny. They had. I mean, you knew this match was going to be comical. You knew it was going to be short. And if you thought, you were expecting something different, expecting this be more serious, you're going to be definitely disappointed, because I expect this match to be comical. You had R-Truth coming out there. Like I said, he came out with the jorts on. He came out with the whole. Let me put this in full screen for you. He came out with the Ron Cena T-shirt. He came out with the wristbands. Yeah, this match was definitely interesting. It was very entertaining, very comical. Like I said, that's what I was expecting going into it, and I was very entertained by it. Um, even had R-Truth doing some of Cena's moves. As you can see right here, he's doing the STF, even doing the shoulder tackles, even trying to do the 5-knuckle shuffle, and then he hit the AA. I mean, Cena was letting him do those moves, which was cool here. I could, and you had the more slower pace of John Cena here, which was okay. That match had 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Yes, exactly. It was a very short match. Like I expected it to be. I expected the match to be really short. And then, like towards the end of the match, we had John Cena. He brought in the world title. It looks like he was gonna hit R-Truth with it, because like he wasn't gonna do that. He threw down the title and then bam, gave R-Truth the low blow, and then pinned R-Truth for the win. So Cena won this match. like I expected. But after the match, I thought that we're gonna get like maybe Cena doing a beatdown, and then maybe we have a return of somebody, which that return will happen later on in the show. Kind of spoiler alert for you guys, but that return will happen later on in the show to set up the match for Money in the Bank, which we'll talk about here in a few minutes. But it was okay match. Like I said, very comical. I just kind of wish more of a beatdown would have happened, and then they would have had Cody return now instead of later on in the show. But yeah, I understand what they're trying to do. What do you think, John Cena turns face? Maybe towards the end of maybe towards the end of his maybe the farewell tour. Maybe that's where they turned John Cena babyface. That's what I'm kind of thinking. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll move on to the next match, which we had was a steel cage match. We had Damon Priest going up against Drew McIntyre. And I gotta say, this was probably my favorite match of the night, in my opinion. And I was wondering how they're going to fit this in a 2-hour time slot, but they really did good with this match. And I always like the style, like kind of like they meet on site, they're fighting every time they see each other, which I like that. It's very brutal, especially towards the end of the match with the whole steel chair. As you can see from the images right here, Damian Priest, he did a concerto onto Drew McIntyre and ended up, walking out of the steel cage, which that was pretty crazy. I thought that maybe he would have pinned Drew McIntyre, but I mean, apparently, I heard that Drew McIntyre is going through some like injuries right now, like head and like neck issues going on right now. So maybe this is a way to write Drew McIntyre off of TV. Yeah, so maybe this is a way to write him off TV. And then they brought out stretchers, but he didn't want to be stretchered off. Drew did not want to be stretchered off at all. Like I said, very brutal match. Probably my favorite match of the night. And we'll see where Damian Priest goes after this. But yeah, very, very solid match here. And then after this, we had a backstage segment with John Cena and Jey Uso. Excuse me. We had a backstage segment with John Cena and Jey Uso, and Cena goes like, "Well, no." Jey Uso was saying to him, "Hey, last time I saw you, I threw you out of the Rumble to beat you." And Cena goes like, "Hey, wouldn't it be awful if a YouTuber beat you for the championship? Now that would ruin wrestling. That would ruin wrestling." So, yeah, I like what they did here, and definitely sets up for what we're going to see later on. Towards the main event, which that's what we'll talk about right now. So we had the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. We had main event Jey Uso defending the title against Logan Paul. Yeah, this match was cool and all. I mean, nothing crazy about the match. I mean, Logan Paul, he works really good in the ring. I thought he was doing some pretty good stuff. But towards the end of the match, we had John Cena come out there, pull off the referee. And I gotta say that referee, he's out for a long time. Like these referees, they need to bulk up. They need to eat more food. They need to get on a better diet regimen and work out more. So you had Cena beating down, Jey Uso, and then we had none other than Cody Rhodes. Cody Lander made his return and helped out Jey Uso. But yeah, I mean, it was, I kind of expected this towards the end here. So yeah, we had Cody Rhodes help out Jey Uso, and Jey Uso ended up retaining his championship. And that's how Saturday night's main event ended. And Cody Rhodes said, "Hey, from Money in the Bank," he says, "I'm making a challenge, me and Jey Uso versus you and Logan Paul. So yeah, it looks like we're having Cena and Logan Paul versus Jay and Cody Rhodes. Which, I heard some rumors that, well, I'm just going to say it out here. It's been out in the open that they're going to be adding Travis Scott to join John Cena's team, and they're going to have Jimmy Uso to join Jay's team. Which, to be honest, I do not want to see that at all. I don't want to see that. So, yeah, I'd say keep it this tag team match right here. Don't add any more people into it. We don't need Jimmy Uso into it. We don't need Travis Scott. Because the only time, that Travis Scott was appropriate to bring out was for WrestleMania and for the Elimination Chamber. But overall, Saturday Night's main event, it did what it needed to do. It was setting up for Money in the Bank. And yeah, I mean, it was okay for what it was. Nothing crazy. I just wish, we had less commercials. I understand, with the whole ad revenue, they need to get all their ads in. But I don't know. I guess it takes away from some of the matches. But that was my review for Saturday Night's main event. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the like button to help out my videos in the algorithm. And also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I will see you guys later. So peace out.